Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show, everybody. How you doing today, Papa?
Pretty good for an old fella.
Wow, it took him 5 seconds, Ethan, to call himself old today.
I had to think through that question.
You know what? Yeah, I could honestly tell you I'm doing today, but might have a few bleeps in the edit, so I'll just say I'm having a good day. Even though I'm completely lying. Everything's went wrong today. It's just one of them days where nothing goes right.
Well,
I hate them days.
You were early today.
That don't mean it's been a good one, though. And it's a hot one, too. It is hot. Woo! I am tired of the summer heat. Ain't you?
Well, it will pass.
Yeah, the sooner the better. Sooner the better. And as you said, we have a guest with us today. Miss Adriana Brown is with us, a new sponsor of the Albert and Billy Show, and she'll be telling you guys all about her travel agency. That'll be just in a few minutes, and she'll be my lifeline, of course, on Papa's famous trivia. Trust me, I will need your help. Trust and believe on that. But we will give you a few announcements here first, as always. Tomorrow morning is a big country breakfast at the Veterans Hall.
Yes.
That's a good one. And that's the one that's kind of a buffet style, correct?
It is buffet style.
So you definitely get all you can eat and then some. And remember, it is for a good cause. These fire departments are volunteer. This is the veterans. You want to support them on anything that they do because they fought for our freedom. So the money you give for this, of course, is a very good cause. And
let me interrupt you now.
Mm-hmm.
This week, because of some of the new equipment our fire department here has purchased,
Mm-hmm.
we are now going to see a reduction in some of our insurance costs because of the ratings that our fire department gets.
Well, that's really good then.
They
Good for them.
upgraded their facilities because
They
of
did.
the avian business out here.
Oh yeah,
They had to have long ladders to
I'm
reach
sure.
to
Okay.
ensure them that they'll have fire protection.
Oh, so
And,
Avian, I guess, could be thanked too. I guess
Well,
they played
yes.
a part in
There
it.
you go. I'm sure that was part of the deal to
I'm
get them to
sure.
come here. The fire department had to promise them they would make arrangements to
I
handle
would
their
say,
needs.
yeah, I would say so.
But it's helping all the citizens of Pikeville.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a win-win for both.
I think there's
To
going to
me.
be a 4% reduction.
Well, that is good news, folks.
That's good news.
And I bet a lot of you didn't know that. I sure didn't.
I read it.
I've already learned something today. Well, you could have totally took credit for that, Papa. We'll never know. Anyway, so their menu, though, Papa, is a little bit of everything. Sausage, bacon, eggs, hash browns, tomatoes to drink. You can get some coffee, milk, or orange juice. They got biscuits and gravy as well. It's a modest donation is what they're asking for. So, and it's sponsored this week by Putnam Reed Funeral Home, your old stomping grounds.
Yes.
Papa worked there for a long time, and
I think they also have fried bologna and country ham.
they usually do. Maybe I just overlooked
I didn't hear
it.
you read it, but
Well, it's not on here, but they usually do. You're
They
right.
usually have fried bologna and country ham.
Yeah, it's just not on there this time for whatever reason. But yeah, they have that though. They sure do. And I want to tell you folks also, the Parker Holland Memorial Horse Show. It's had to be rescheduled, and it's for tonight at 6 p.m. folks. It'll be at the fairgrounds, and that is tonight, 6 p.m. Parker Holland Memorial Horse Show.
Did I tell you about the fair that I won first place in my squash relish?
Yes, Papa won, folks. His squash relish won first place at the county fair. Good job, Papa.
That's something.
That is.
I was so proud of it. I told the inmates at the Bible study,
Yeah.
and they said, "Well, how many competitors did you have? I said, why did you ask? only had one other entry.
See, you didn't even have to say that.
But I came out on top.
You did. And I think he's finally decided to possibly enter his homemade brownies, and that'd be a win for sure. Them things are delicious.
I made another batch yesterday.
Well, thanks for telling me. I never get the word. They are so good. I don't even like brownies. I really don't care for brownies too much, but the chocolate melts in the middle. It's a secret recipe, of course. He won't tell you nothing, but whatever it is, it's good. It's really good.
Great. I love brownies.
Oh, you'd love them then. Hey, well, you're a sponsor now, so guess what? He takes brownies to all of our sponsors.
Oh.
Weekly. Oh, yeah.
But I'm not going to drive up to Farley to look. You'll have to come home with me.
Just to meet you in town.
Well, we'll have to meet up here. I'll get some of those.
Oh, you'll like them, I'm telling you. I've not met a person that hasn't. I really haven't.
I had a lot of people to tell me I should enter them in the fair.
I've been saying it for years. I'm glad somebody else said it. You finally decided to listen.
I might do that next year.
But I've said it for years, Papa.
Next year.
Well, let's hear your big announcement there. I believe it's tonight.
I have a spaghetti dinner, and it's scheduled for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It will be at the Mount Crest Fire Hall.
Mm.
I'm glad these fire departments scattered throughout the county realize that they need to advertise on here.
Oh, yeah, it helps
because
a lot.
this is free advertising
Yeah,
for
it helps
them.
a lot.
And they do a good work.
It's all for a good cause.
These people that are involved, they almost commit their lives to being there every week,
That is so
week
true.
in and week out.
That is so true.
And you've got someone in each one of these divisions throughout the county
It's all
that
volunteer.
assumes the responsibility of being the director of the fire department. They plan all their activities and the practice sessions and everything.
And I like how they coordinate them pretty good too. They try not to.
They
have them
realize
at the same
that
time.
they don't need to have two at one time.
No.
So this one tonight is just going to cost $8 at the Mount Crest Fire Hall. Now their menu, of course, is going to be spaghetti.
Yep. Good spaghetti
And
dinner.
they'll have a salad with that and bread naturally, and their drink and the dessert. So it'll be a complete meal.
Sounds good to me.
And their fire hall is located 30 West.
Yeah.
It's about 12 miles.
Oh, yeah, they're upside. That's the one right beside Wheeler Elementary School, right? The top of Wheeler Mountain. No, that's.
No. You have to go to where 101 branches off.
You're right. Am I thinking of a different one? What's the one right beside Wheeler Elementary?
It's Mount Crest Methodist Church.
That's it. Thank you. This is the fire hall.
And the fire hall's right there as well.
That's true. It's
But that's tonight now at 6 o'clock.
That's right, folks. Sounds like a dang good meal to me. All right. Well, Adriana Brown is our guest today. Welcome to the show, Adriana.
Hello.
Have you been on television before?
No, first time.
You can't tell it, can you?
You
She's
seem to be at ease.
very calm.
You seem to be at ease.
Yeah.
We try to make everybody be at ease and relax and have a good time.
Yeah, well, you guys help. You're pretty laid back.
Yeah, we are. We're pretty laid back around here. So we're going to learn today from you about a travel agency. You have a travel agency, and basically tell us about that and like when did you start and all that good stuff.
Excuse me.
She's got a cold today.
Sorry. It's a little hot in here.
It is very hot in here.
I have been working in the travel industry for almost 5 years.
Okay.
I worked for another agency, of course, until recently, where I purchased my own franchise with Dream Vacations. So our franchise is called Seashore Getaways. Paradise awaits you.
Oh, I like that.
Paradise awaits you. I like that.
It does.
That was clever.
That just came to me one night.
Really? Oh,
And
that's good.
you know, it's really important in our industry to have a travel agency. Of course, anyone can go online, anyone can book their own vacation.
Yeah,
you
kind of
know.
takes away from it, but you can.
Yeah, you know, and some people like to do that research, you know. There's a lot of
I
advantages.
do not. I do not. I think it's so much easier to use a travel agent. That's just
Exactly.
my theory there, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, the average person when they travel, when they book a vacation, takes 6 to 8 months to really pin down where you want to go, what you want to do, and who you're taking, and
It really
there's
does.
a lot of things that go into it, and especially with COVID now. It's to a point where there's so many just little things that you have to know about.
Right.
If you have to have tested, if you have to be vaccinated, if you,
Right.
things like
Right.
that.
I had not thought of all that.
Oh, really?
So you have to pre-think these things through.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pre-plan them.
Well, that's why I've traveled all over the place, but I've not flown during this because, I'm not going to do something that I'm not going to be forced to do something. I thought that was ridiculous on the airline's part, but I believe they
Right.
stopped that, so, in a lot of them anyway,
Yeah.
so that's good.
And I think, cruising really did get, the brunt of everything.
They did.
We
They did.
just now, after, 2 years, are to the point where the CDC is saying, okay, we're not going to require everyone to have a vaccine.
Well, because there's so much pushback on it.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do that.
Well, and if you look at the industries, we have the most strict, I think,
I'd say.
rules overall
I
that
would
they're
say
now
so.
lifting. And good news, just this week, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, and Celebrity have all said after September, you do not have to be vaccinated to sail.
That's good. That's good.
Which is, I think, a great thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And those are 3 big cruise lines, too.
They are. They're 3 of the biggest. And Norwegian being one of my favorites. I love all the cruise lines, but I've been on Norwegian more than any of the other cruise lines. They have a really great packages. And, I'm actually going on one now in November.
Are you?
So, yes.
I haven't been on cruise in a long time, but man, they treat you so good on there, don't they?
They do. They do. It's so relaxing.
It is.
It's relaxing to just get away.
It is.
And having a travel agent helps you relax even more. 'Cause
It
you don't
does.
have to
It
worry
does.
about,
Because they do all the work
booking
for you,
everything.
Papa.
We do everything for you. We'll book your flight, we'll book your hotel, we'll book your cruise. We do national tours. We do all-inclusive resorts.
Which are the best ever. If I go to another country, every time I've done all-inclusive. It is because you pay a fee up front, and that's it. Everything's paid for. All your food, drinks, everything's paid for.
So
Exactly.
you even plan when you get to your destination, the points of interest?
Yes,
Yeah.
we have what we call shore excursions. So
Okay.
when you get, let's say you go on a cruise, you get off at the port and you want to do shore excursions. We will pre-book those for you.
Wow.
And that way when you get off the port, there'll be a bus or a van of some sort. They'll pick you up, they'll take you to your shore excursion, then they'll bring you back to the port.
Yeah. That's
good.
pretty good. I know.
Yeah. And
They plan
tours,
everything.
if you're, if you just want to go down to Disney or you want to go to the national park and do a tour, we
Yeah.
can set those up. National parks are big. People get lost in them.
Yeah.
And setting up a tour is much easier. You learn a lot more because you have a tour guide. They're telling you about the things as you're
True.
going through.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get lost.
Yeah, exactly.
And not be able to get out of there. As well as other countries, doing the all-inclusive where you don't really have to worry about trying to get a cab and get around and figure out what to do. We can set things up for you, or a lot of times the all-inclusive, everything's on the property of the resort.
Exactly.
So you don't
even have to leave that resort if you don't want to.
Yep.
Everything is there. Everything.
Exactly. And travel agents are here for you. If something does get messed up, you miss a flight, or something's wrong with the rental, something's wrong at the hotel, anything like that, you can give us a call. We can call the hotel. We can get it fixed for you. and get you where you need to go, you know.
Yeah.
So that's another big thing with a travel agent is that, you know, anything
That's
you need
nice.
taken care of, you don't have to worry about anything. We do everything for you.
That is true. I
Important
agree.
question.
Mhm.
With you being, this is your location,
Mhm.
Bible. Do you find that in your capacity as the travel agency here, that you get more requests for people to take a vacation somewhere in the United States or outside the United States?
Generally outside.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Especially
do have,
pre-COVID, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, and
Because
we do a lot of cruises too.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of cruises.
and
But
you
there's
know,
so much here in the United States.
oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
My
That's
pastor
true.
says there's nothing as grand as the Grand Canyon. Well, I've
I've
never
heard
seen
you
the
say
Grand
that.
Canyon, so I would think that would be one thing you'd want to see.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it. And we've both been out west. We should have saw it, but we didn't.
I flew
Especially-
over it, but I
Yeah.
haven't actually been there. But you know,
I
when
know,
I went
I've-
to Nevada.
I did. Yeah, you're right. I've flown over it now. I think about it, but I would like to actually go to it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See it.
My wife and I took a lot of vacation trips, and she loved Civil War sites.
Oh
The
yeah.
different
she did.
places of interest,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and we went to all those.
Yeah.
She went to Gettysburg.
Gettysburg would be a big one there.
Yeah. I
And we
remember.
went to Shiloh. We went to Chickamauga, and we spent a day in Chickamauga.
Well, yeah, and that's not far away at all.
Nope. Yeah, and like you said, there is plenty to do in the United States.
Oh, that's true.
Plenty that, you know, most people haven't seen. A lot of people go
No.
out of country before doing something here, but
Yeah.
they're always here.
I
You
know,
so they think, oh, we
exactly.
can do that later. You know?
Exactly. I do
So-
believe that is the mentality.
Yeah,
yes.
you know. But for me, I'm there with you. I think there's a lot of things here that I haven't seen that
I
would
agree with
would
that.
like to,
Oh,
especially
I agree
the
with
national
that.
parks for sure.
Yeah, no, yeah. People need to go to national parks more often, I think.
Definitely.
Yellowstone was a big treat for us.
I bet. I would like, so I've not been there.
To see Old Faithful be faithful.
I know. That's amazing, ain't it?
Yes,
It's just
definitely.
amazing. So, what are the more popular destinations that you get asked for? Asked about.
I would say most popular, you know, of course, Disney's a big one.
hmm Disney World and Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, those are both big. We do work with Disney.
hmm
Also, the Disney cruise ships, we also work with them.
Yeah.
But you know, the big six on the cruise ships is probably going to be Celebrity, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, Carnival.
Carnival. Yeah. I've been on
Princess,
Carnival.
Holland America. So those are like the big ones there. And I would say mostly you get a lot of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah.
You know, we're just coming out of.
Because it's beautiful.
Yes.
I've been many times. I don't blame people. The Caribbean is beautiful, Papa.
Now
What
you
you're
said
missing out on.
Caribbean, she said Caribbean.
Well,
Either's acceptable.
Yeah. Either is acceptable.
Yes. But
Definitely.
he will not fly, and because of that, you're missing out on some beautiful places, Papa. There's nothing
Well,
like
listen,
that water.
He doesn't have to fly. You can drive him down to Miami.
You know, I was thinking
him
that.
on a ship.
You're right.
And he can see the whole Caribbean.
I thought
I
about
like
that.
you, Adriana.
I thought about that. Don't even have to go to Miami. Take you to Cocoa Beach is a little bit closer. We take you there. There's ports, all over the place where we can drive to, and you can get on a cruise ship.
That sounds good to me.
And
Well,
we do
now you tell
have
me.
ports as well, and they're working on more ports, but we do
Good.
have some ports. Galveston's one of our big ports.
Oh
Galveston,
yeah,
Texas.
So you don't necessarily have to go to Miami.
yeah,
Galveston, also New Orleans is another port.
yeah.
Oh.
We also have one in Alabama.
Oh yeah, well, Mobile maybe.
Mobile,
Okay.
Alabama. Yep. So we have different ports to where you don't necessarily have to go to Miami. I know some people it's a little busy.
It is
They
busy.
may not,
Well,
you
it's
know.
much further to Miami than it is to
It is.
New Orleans.
Mhm.
Yeah, we flew to Miami.
Even Charleston, we have one in South Carolina as well.
No, that would be a good one.
and
And,
that
you
one's
like
not
Charleston?
It's
Charleston's
about 6 hours.
beautiful.
Mhm.
I didn't know that one. I didn't know that.
So yeah, there's plenty of ports to leave from. Down south where you don't have to necessarily travel up north. Now, if you're wanting to do Alaska, that's a little different. You have to
What is
go-
that?
yeah.
Is that a cruise?
Yeah, you
We
can
do
do a
have
cruise in
Alaska.
Alaska, yes.
My mom just came back from a 7-day in Alaska.
I'm jealous.
And it was beautiful. We have plenty of pictures on our Facebook. Check out our Facebook, Seashore Getaways by Dream Vacations.
Seashore Getaways by Dream Vacations.
Mhm.
Got it.
And we have plenty of pictures on there.
Mhm.
From a lot of the pictures that we do put on there are my personal pictures from
Mhm.
my vacations. Or my mom, she goes on cruises a lot.
Okay.
So I'll put her pictures on there. So they're all, we try to make it as personal as possible,
Yeah, I like
on
that.
the website. We also have a website. It's seashoregetaways.com. You can visit us there, look at different cruises,
SeashoreGetaways.com, folks.
and give me a call.
Do you utilize other methods of advertising other than what you're doing here?
Yeah, we have Instagram, Facebook,
Mhm.
Google
Okay.
My Business.
Social media.
Yeah, we
It's
do a
powerful.
lot of advertising on social media. We're really just trying to get the name out because we've just became a franchise. So we're trying to get the name
Cool.
out there to everybody, especially locally, because
Yeah.
I'm from here, so
Yeah.
we want to get that out locally, and then definitely, as many people as we can, and get everybody's dream vacation booked.
That's awesome. I'll be using you. It's time for me to take me a trip. Well, thank you, Adriana, for telling us about all this, because I think it's great we have a travel agent here. We can take some cool
Something
trips.
else.
And found out I can get you on a cruise ship now. Just gotta drive you to Charleston, South Carolina, by Georgie. All right, but Adriana got one more duty for us, though. Every guest has to play Papa's famous trivia with us, and you'll be my lifeline. And trust me, these questions will be random, all over the place.
Okay.
And I guarantee you one of them, three letter. I knew it.
But now you use the phrase you have to, you get an opportunity to.
Ooh, that's a good way.
Yes.
You get the honor of playing trivia.
All right.
All right, lay it on us, Papa.
Yep, it's been a little while since I've played trivia.
Oh, man. You could play every day. You won't see one like his.
First one.
Okay.
Convent dwellers. Who lives in a convent?
Convent. A nun?
Convent. A nun.
Nun.
Yes.
Okay.
Now that's the female. There probably some males
Really?
around, but
No hanky panky going on.
no. But you've got to have some men around somewhere. If
I could say something, but I'm going to be nice.
I was sitting in church last Wednesday night, and this demure lady came in and sat down.
Demure.
Very quiet lady, but when she crossed her legs, I noticed she had a tattoo on her ankle, and the tattoo said, "Love Dad."
Oh.
That's all it said, "Love Dad." But what is the favorite site on your body for a tattoo?
Ooh, do you know?
Where do tattoos appear first? Most. All the men there's 5 to 7 men at the inmates from the jail that come to Bible study. Every one of them have tattoos. There is a place where the tattoos are visible, regardless of the clothing you have on.
Yeah.
Where is your favorite site if you're having a tattoo applied
On your arm?
on your
Man.
arm?
Okay, I was thinking it had to be.
I have a statue about 2.5 feet tall of an angel,
Mm-hmm.
and that angel disappeared one time. Stayed gone for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. My grandson Caleb came and stole
of course. To get a
and
dang tattoo.
he had it applied to this arm.
Oh,
He
my
had him
goodness.
use that angel to draw on his arm, and I said, "Caleb, I'll give you that angel."
That's his second favorite grandson. That's what I say on here all the time.
Okay, trivia number 3.
All right.
A soft drink choice, 5 letters.
You
That
mix
leaves-
it up on me today.
That leaves out Coke,
Pepsi.
Ooh,
Pepsi.
good job.
I used to be an avid Pepsi drinker.
Oh, really?
However, I quit drinking soda about a year and a half ago. So
Well, that was a good
I'm
decision.
limited to 1 a day.
yeah, they're not good for you.
No, they're just hard to give up.
Well, my heart specialist says 1 cola a day. A male, number 4, a male hog is called
Oh,
a
man. I hope you know this
Oh,
one because I'm going
goodness.
blank. It ain't a boar, is it?
a boar.
Oh,
There you go.
Isn't that something?
Well, the names they have for some of these,
I know.
like the baby animals, is just.
Oh, that I have that as a side thing that I do.
Oh, really?
A baby fox is called a kid.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Yeah, that.
3 letters
Oh, here we go. I knew it'd be in there somewhere.
and so forth. It's in 3 letters. 3 letters and a period
That's.
stands for and so forth.
Whoa, I tell you what a clue.
Well, people are
And
giving
so forth.
people are giving this idea that they want to explain to you, and so they talk for so long, and then they say and so forth. They
Oh.
use a word,
Oh.
and in writing you will say 3 letters,
Etc.
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 etc. Boy, you're smart.
That just popped in my
Yeah.
brain because that was a tough one.
But
That
now
was a little tough.
That was, wasn't it?
how I got that, I do not know.
That was
3
good.
letters. This one, him and
Her.
him and no.
Well, that.
H-E-M, him and it starts with a H. 3 letters.
But, well, her guess was the best one. Him and it's not him and her.
No. H-E-M, him.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, I didn't
like
know
that.
that.
Like music, right?
Oh man.
No, you say, well, all he did was him and
Oh, I don't. That's a terrible clue, by the way. Give us a choice or something. Multiple choice.
You probably never heard it before, or you would have thought of it.
Well, obviously, I thought you meant him and her, but we're not even talking about
I'm not,
that.
I'm not talking about
H-E-M.
H-E-M. Him and Hall. Him and Hall.
Oh, I never got that one.
It's him and Hall. It's somebody
Oh.
that's rambling.
Him and Hall. I'm gonna remember that one.
Him and Hall.
Quit him hauling around.
Last one. Not theirs, but
Ours.
ours.
Good job.
Y'all did well.
I think we did too,
We
because
did.
that was hard.
But these come from antiquity, some of them, because what sounds familiar to me, that's in, there's several generations between Billy and myself.
Exactly.
But at the same time,
Sometimes
there's
I don't know what
someone
he's talking
watching
about.
our program that's my age
Yeah,
that
that's
can
true.
identify with some of these things that come up.
And people love the trivia part. They love it. So
It's definitely, yeah.
It's interesting, isn't
good for all.
yeah, it
audiences.
is. It is.
I have a friend that she's 80, and she tells me that she watches our program. She told me
Mhm.
this Wednesday night, and she said, "Albert, I learned so much from listening to you."
You do learn a lot.
I
from
do.
trivia.
Yeah, you do. I learned a lot from the trivia. I like to aggravate you about it because some of the clues are pretty sad.
Well,
but
I'm
I do
sure
learn a lot.
I'm sure I don't take all that into account.
I don't think you do.
Thank you.
But Adriana, thank you for joining us today. You have to come back sometime and talk about your business even more. And be sure to go the web. It's say it one more time.
Seashore
webpage.
Getaways by Dream Vacations.
Okay, and that's what they can go to online, right? And you have a Facebook page.
Yep.
Seashore Getaways by Dream Vacations. All right,
And then our website is seashoregetaways.com.
that's what I was trying to think of.
Do
SeashoreGetaways.com.
you find most people prefer to go to the beach as opposed to somewhere inland?
Probably.
Yeah, mostly.
I would think.
I mean,
so.
you'll get some people that want to, book Vegas hotels or
Oh,
or tours
yeah.
or
Yeah.
stuff
And
like
all
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the beach is relaxing. The beach is therapeutic.
Something
me, it
about
is.
that big expanse of water.
Yeah, you're right. It's a very peaceful feeling.
It is.
It is.
And the sand between your toes.
Yeah.
I like to say it's the serenity.
It is. It is. It
I like
really
that.
is. Yeah.
I'm glad I got to meet you.
I'm glad I got to meet you too. And I appreciate you guys having me on here.
No problem. And she's a sponsor of our show now, so we'll be plugging her business, guys. You'll have to check it out. Plenty of good trip.
And we've got a face to
Right.
mine.
Exactly. Well, coming up after the break, folks, we'll have some sports of all sorts and some good old Albertology. That's all coming up after the break. Stay tuned, folks.
Welcome to the Dunlap Mercantile, located in the heart of the beautiful Sequatchie Valley at 15664 Rankin Avenue in Dunlap, Tennessee. Stop in today for some Mayfield ice cream or a cup of community coffee, and if you're interested in renting this venue for your event, call 423-949-2552. Stay tuned to DunlapMercantile.com for concerts and events coming to the Dunlap Mercantile in 2021. God bless.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show. And forgot about the birthdays at the beginning of the show. Marshall Collier, you need to make him a card. It's Michelle Collier's son. She says he loves cards, and you make a lot of cards, so that'd be a good thing to do for him. His birthday was on the 10th, so happy birthday, Marshall. Hope you had a great birthday, and Papa be making you a card, buddy. And I also want to wish a happy birthday today to Herschel Swafford and to Teresa Cordell Jackson. Happy birthday, Marshall, Teresa, and Herschel. And Suzanne Fulmer, which is Suzanne Boynton, she had a birthday on Sunday the 7th. So happy birthday to all you guys. Hope you had and are having currently a great birthday. And thanks to our sponsors, Seashore Getaways. I think I'm going to call it that. That's a lot easier. You go to seashorегetaways.com.
Yeah.
That was Adriana, our guest today. Get on there and check it out, folks. I'm glad. It sounds like a good deal to me. I'm going to let her plan my trip because I'm ready to take a trip. Also, thanks to Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilberry Insurance, Scotty's, the offices of Emma Boynton, who they just had a surprise retirement ceremony for her. She's going to be on the show as well in the very near future. We'll have Emma as a guest. Lisa Wheeler, Michael Walker, Farm Bureau Insurance, Nickel Row Antiques, which is right here beside us, Morgan Brothers, Gibbs Pools, Morgan Brothers, also the Bank Walker Brewery and the venue, Gibbs Pools, State Farm Insurance, Nick Smith and his friendly staff, Mill Dam Outdoor Adventures, Country Gospel Bluegrass Showcase Sunday. It's Lola's right here on Main Street. Collier and Company, Michelle Collier, Cindy Nipper with Remax, a realtor there, Dexter's Barbershop, The Butter Dish, Lee Station Baptist Church, Hilltop Meats, and Southern Pearl Florist Home Decor and Gifts. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Let's talk some sports, Papa.
I have some articles in sports that I think we need to discuss.
I'm sure.
Last week, or this week, our Auburn basketball team went over to Israel, and they had 3 exhibition games.
Mm-hmm.
We wound up winning 2 of those, and the first 2 we won handily, double score.
Mm-hmm.
But in the last game, we got beat.
Really?
We got beat by a team over there in Auburn, in Israel. They played, and can you imagine the team that Auburn is putting on the floor?
That's very surprising, actually, to me.
I thought it was very
surprising.
strange. But anyway, the announcers of those games that were over there, they said of Auburn, this team plays hard. They lead the nation in playing hard basketball. So that's,
Auburn, okay.
that's what wins games.
Yes, it does. Well, effort and defense and rebounding.
I think that according to these announcers, they were saying that was the Auburn's strength is going to be their defense.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I've heard other sports figures say that defense wins games.
Yeah, Pat Summit said, see, offense sells tickets, defense wins games, and rebounding wins championships.
Rebounds wins championships.
I'm trying to adjust. Our producer went to Emma's thing. I'm trying to adjust this camera best I can. So bear with me here, folks. Okay. Maybe that's done it. The producer will be back in a minute though, and here we go. See how it is? I'm gonna have to do this right here. I think I figured out the problem. I think. Hopefully. Yeah, right there. We're giving y'all a virtual tour today, folks. But, see there, yeah. Now you can see me better.
I
They can't see you.
I can't see me.
Yeah, Ethan's gonna have to definitely come in there. Okay, now I see both, hopefully. Well, this will be a good blooper reel, Papa.
I'd say it will.
Okay, I can see us both now. Thank goodness. I see why we're not producers. Oh my God.
We'll leave that up to him.
Yeah.
In baseball, my Dodgers have an excellent pitcher, outstanding pitcher named Clayton Kershaw.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he was put on the disabled list this week.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
That's not good. It happened last Friday, so this is Friday again, and here we are still without Clayton Kershaw. In tennis, this would be interesting to you. Serena Williams, the one with the 23 titles and one of the most outstanding players in professional tennis, has chosen to wind down her career. She wants to be spending more time with her family.
Yeah, she's married now, and
she has
got a kid. Yeah.
And so she wants to grow her family instead of hiring someone else to grow her baby for her.
Well, yeah, and you got to admire that.
So the countdown has begun. We'll have to wait and see what.
Well, did she say after the U.S. Open?
She's taking a final tour. She's going around to the different places that they have tournaments, and we'll just have to wait.
Oh, so she's not really said.
No.
Right. Okay. Let's see here. We're gonna get this one way or another, Papa. My gosh. There we go. See, you see my chair there, right? But for some reason, he wanted to get us both in the shot. But I text the producer. Let's see. There we go. There we go. I gotta get closer to you. That's what it is.
Okay.
But now, so there was a confusion on my part, I guess, with Serena Williams. So, because I didn't I didn't read the it was in Vogue or something, or Vanity Fair, her interview about retiring.
Okay.
But I don't know, was she hinting that she's going to retire after the U.S. Open, or she didn't really say?
This article that I saw on television said she was on her final tour. I don't know how many tournaments she's going to play.
Wow.
But it said that her career was winding down.
Yeah.
And this is the way she's choosing to do it, is by playing in these spots, and that will be her last hurrah.
Yeah, so after this year at least, she's retiring.
Right.
And I would say Venus will wait until at least next season, as to, not both of them retiring the same year. That would be my prediction.
I would think you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the important part about that though, Papa, is the tennis world will not be the same.
No, but
not without them.
But golf will not be the same without Tiger either.
No, absolutely not.
Tiger eats and breathes and exudes golf. I've said this before. It seemed like knowing he's going to be in a tournament just for the first 2 days, they cover every shot he makes, and they cover him blowing his nose and everything else. Because he is golf. He is golf.
He is.
And so every man that mans a camera, everyone that spends money advertising on those golf tournaments, they realize that Tiger Woods is electric.
Yeah.
And so they want all the hoopla they can about him while he's in. But
that's why it's hard. It's killed him that he's not winning anymore.
Well, he just gets to play the first 2 days.
I know.
And
he's usually out by then, isn't he?
If you shoot 75 or 76, you're out of it, Bo.
That is true. Yeah.
In basketball, Brittany Griner's 9 years of behind bars is still on hold. The United States has not done anything yet to get her released.
I don't know what they can do, to be honest with you.
Well, the only thing they can do is in this game of playing the pawns, the chess game that Russia's playing with the United States, would be if there's someone on hold over here that would be worth the swap.
That would be it. That's the key.
And I don't know I've not read of a name or heard of a name.
I haven't either.
Of anyone that's of the stature of Brittany Griner.
I've not heard it yet. If there is, they're definitely not talking about it. That's for sure.
Also in basketball, Kevin Durant made the news this week. He told the Nets, "I will stay if you'll fire the head coach and fire the general manager."
Dang.
Coach's name is Steve Nash, and the general manager's name is Sean Marks. And so he said, "Get rid of those two, and I'll stay." So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. If they want to keep Kevin Durant, or if they want those two men gone out of their organization.
I don't know that I've ever heard of a player making that demand publicly. Anyway,
I never have either.
Me.
I'm sure some of them have thought it.
Yeah.
But to express it verbally, nationally,
I don't think that's ever happened, Papa. If they have, they probably talked about it in the past, maybe behind closed doors.
I would think someone of the stature of LeBron James could make a deal like that with ownership,
and it would still make them mad at that. It's not. They're not going to take too kindly to this, I'm sure.
Well, the thing about it is, if you're the owner, you don't like one of your subjects telling you how to run your business.
No, that's a big risk that he took.
Yes, as much of a star power as he has, at the same time, he's putting himself out on a limb. That owner may saw that limb off.
Exactly.
And let him fall.
Who's to say they're going to say yes to this?
But at the same time, you've got someone of their stature, LeBron's and Kevin's stature, that they are the franchise.
Yeah, and
they know it.
They know it's the problem. That's the problem there.
So we'll have to wait and see what happens
That'll
there.
be interesting, yeah.
This week on television, I saw a program about the Heisman Trophy, and I understand that little statue that winner of the Heisman Trophy gets every year. It's a beautiful little statue. The only man that ever won the Heisman Trophy twice was Archie Griffin. And this article on television was telling about Archie Griffin and the fact that he was the only player that ever won the Heisman Trophy 2 years in a row.
Is he still the only one?
So far.
Well, because that's almost an impossible to accomplish.
Yeah, to win it 2 years in a row.
That's amazing.
That means you'd have to win it before you got to be a senior.
Yeah, I know it, yeah.
Now, on the Paul Feinbaum show this week, they had an article. They had a message that came across the board that said the most electric player in college football this year will be. Hendon Hooker was one name that came up.
Really?
Hendon
That's
Hooker
good for us.
Yeah, but not only him, Cedric Tillman.
Okay, so two
So
names.
two out of Tennessee that made the, and then this other guy put this message in there and said, any player that has on a Georgia uniform would be electric.
They could be right. In all honesty, I don't know if Georgia lost a lot of players from last year's national championship team.
Well, let me back that up by saying this. One man put this message out on the Paul Feinbaum show. He said, Kirby Smart has proven he can coach like Nick Saban, but can he rebuild?
Oh, yeah, and that's
So
critical.
that must be a quotation there that Georgia lost some players, key players.
Yeah, that tells it right there.
But Kirby Smart is smart.
Yeah, he's living up to his last name, isn't he?
Kirby Smart is smart. I didn't realize I was saying that. Okay, in football, in the SEC, there are 5 teams that are preseason ranked in the top 25. Of course, you've got Alabama automatically at number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Last week I reported on here that Alabama has been predicted to be one of the 2 teams playing for the national championship. Ohio State was the second one.
Wouldn't it?
But here you've got 5 teams out of the 14 teams ranked in the top 25. No other conference can compare with the SEC, in my opinion.
No, and they haven't been able to in years.
Well, part of that is due to Nick Saban.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
also at the same
But the
time,
conference is strong as a whole.
we've got some people in the pecking order that's wanting to replace Nick Saban.
Yeah,
They're wanting to be number 1.
that's true.
And Kirby Smart's one of them.
He's one of them, and he succeeded last year.
He succeeded last year. But here's the 5 teams that are pre-ranked in the top 25. Alabama, Georgia, naturally, they'll be in the top 5. Texas A&M, I wouldn't be
Okay.
surprised by what they're in the top 5.
Yeah.
3 out of the top 10 would be out of the SEC. The other
Man.
2 are Arkansas and Kentucky.
Really?
That's the top 5 out of the Southeastern Conference ranked. But I have been seeing little innuendos flash on the screen that Arkansas is being overlooked.
Really?
They're saying they're going to be a dark horse.
Oh.
And at the
Watch
same
out for them
time,
Razorbacks.
at the same time, I saw a man on television that predicted that Tennessee would finish at 10-2.
Really?
His name was Roman Harper. He's on Channel 21, the SEC network. And he said Tennessee will lose 2 games. Those 2 games would be Alabama and LSU. That means they're going to defeat Georgia and Florida.
I mean, I hope he's right, but boy, that's a bold statement. That's a bold
But
prediction.
overall, that SEC channel says Tennessee will win 7 games.
Okay, I can see that.
Just Roman Harper alone says that Tennessee will win 10 ball games.
I hope he's right, but I don't know about that. But
Here's
I
their
like the compliment. I guess he's giving the Big Orange. You know,
here's the schedule.
Okay.
Ball State will be September the 1st.
Should win that one for sure.
Pittsburgh,
Well, should win it, but didn't last year, did we?
no. Akron,
Should win that one.
Florida,
We should, but
and
that's
LSU
been-
and Alabama are back to back. And that's the
Oh
two that
my
Roman Harper
God.
said we would lose to.
They play Florida, LSU, and Alabama back to back to back.
Yes.
Whoa.
3 weeks in a row. They could lose all 3 of those in my opinion.
Exactly. Yeah.
UT Martin comes in there at number 5.
Thank goodness. They'll need a
Number
break
6.
after that.
Then Kentucky, then Georgia, then Missouri. I've not heard anything about
I've not
Missouri
heard one thing about
or
them.
South Carolina or Vanderbilt. That's our
No.
last 3.
No, I've not heard anything on any of those.
But Tennessee should win the last 2, South Carolina and Vanderbilt.
Yes.
But here lately, Vanderbilt plays Tennessee tall
oh yeah,
taller.
it's not a given anymore like it used to
No, it's not a given.
be. Kentucky, I remember when Kentucky was a given. It's not anymore,
No, it's
obviously,
not.
but it used to be.
Well, like I say, Kentucky is ranked. They're ranked above Tennessee.
I know, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I think Kentucky was ranked number 21 out of 25.
Is Tennessee in the top 25 by chance?
Some polls they list them at number 25. Some polls they're not even in the top 25. I think this was the coaches poll that
Really?
that put these 5 SEC teams in the top 25, and Tennessee was not one of the top 25.
Oh.
So that's all I have in sports.
Well, that was some interesting tidbits there.
Yes.
So what interesting tidbits have we got in Albertology?
Well, I've got some things in Albertology.
Well, I should hope so.
I read this somewhere this week. If you are a mother, to the world you are just a mother, but to your family you are the world.
Ooh, I like that.
If you're the mother, you're the glue that holds the family together.
That's true. That's true.
As important as a man is in the marriage, you can't take away the role of the mother.
No, absolutely not.
Anybody that's watching this program today, anybody that's listening to this program today,
They know
you had
that.
a mother and you don't have but one.
Yep, that's right.
Good or bad, that's your mother.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This disturbed me when I read this. In the United States, 60,000 people are in slavery. In slavery, living in the United States.
What
Some
the
of this is
crap?
sex slavery.
Oh, well, yeah. A lot of that's gonna come out too. Yeah.
That'll be in younger kids, but
Mm-hmm.
that's an average of 1,200 per state. That means in the Bledsoe County, that's an average of 13 would be living in Bledsoe County in slavery. But I don't know of anyone in Bledsoe County. But
No,
but
that
that's,
doesn't
that
mean
was
there's not.
disturbing. That was disturbing.
that's very disturbing, and a lot of that goes on. Human trafficking, all
Human
kinds of
trafficking.
things.
It's a big problem.
It is, yeah.
It's a big problem. Okay. I've got an article here by Bo Wagner. Bo Wagner is pastor of the Cornerstone Baptist Church of Mooresboro, North Carolina.
Okay.
He has an article in the newspaper, Sunday newspaper, every Sunday. He wrote this article about an incident that happened on July the 17th of this year. On July the 17th, in a little town of it's a town in Indiana. It doesn't give the name, but
Okay.
the mall that this happened in was Greenwood Park Mall. This day, there was a man that came into the mall with 3 guns and 100 rounds of ammunition. His goal is to shoot and kill as many people as he can. His name is given, I don't remember the name, but anyway, the article that Bo Wagner writes is Pistol Packing Good Samaritan.
That's right, because that's who saved the day. A good Samaritan saved the day.
In the Bible, the story is given in the Gospel of Luke, I think it is. Yes, it's in Luke chapter 10. There's a story of a man that fell among thieves, and they robbed him and left him half dead. And along comes a priest, and along comes a Levite, and they see him lying in the road, and they leave him. They pass by on the other side.
Yeah.
Along comes a Samaritan. We've got to remember that between the Jews and the Samaritans, they had no dealings with each other. They hated each other. And so here you've got this Samaritan sees this Jew lying in the road, half dead. The Samaritan takes time to go and check on him, and he sees he's half dead. He takes care of his wounds. He puts him on his animal, takes him to the inn, and sees that he's okay. Then he leaves and tells the innkeeper, "You take care of him. When I come back, I'll pay you if you spend more."
Right.
This is the story of the Good Samaritan. Okay, in this incident, this man has killed 3 people in the first 15 seconds he entered the mall.
Gosh.
A man, his name is
I get so tired of hearing stories like this too. It's
Eli
just
Dickens,
ridiculous.
was a man that was carrying a gun. The reason he was carrying the gun on July the 1st, this happens on July the 17th.
I know.
On July the 1st, he had gotten permission to carry a gun. He had a permit to carry a gun. He had his pistol on his body.
Mm-hmm.
So when he sees this man walk in the mall and kill 3 people, and he's going to kill more, he takes his pistol out, and from 40 yards away, he shoots and kills that man.
You dang right.
Okay,
I say, go Good Samaritan. You did the world a
a
favor.
man named Justin Collar on CBS wrote an article about that man killing that man.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what he said. The term Good Samaritan came from a Bible passage of a man from Samaria, blah, blah, blah. And this is what he says. I cannot believe we live in a world where the term can equally apply to someone killing someone. He thought this man that wrote this article is condemning the man for killing the man that's killed 3 people in 15 seconds.
As soon as you said CBS, I knew it.
Okay.
The media is awful. The media is awful.
Now this is what Bo Wagner, the preacher of this Cornerstone Church, said.
Mm-hmm.
No one in the right mind enjoys killing anyone, but a true Good Samaritan will do so if necessary to protect the innocent.
And that's what he did.
Nice shooting, Eli.
Good job. I'm glad they said that.
That's a preacher that said that.
It's the truth. That's why the woke media, their ratings are the worst in history, and I don't feel the least bit sorry for them. They need to quit lying and saying ridiculous statements like that. That's ridiculous.
The thing about the media is composed of people like Albert and Billy. We're expressing our opinion.
Yes, but we don't have an agenda. That's the difference.
When I teach Sunday school, I say, when I depart from the scripture and give my opinion, I say, don't you walk out here and say that I said the Bible said this.
Mm-hmm.
You say that Albert said the Bible said this.
Right.
There is a difference.
There is. But
Okay.
that statement, that columnist, he's ridiculous. I can believe it, but they're doing it all to themselves.
But he received no criticism for his article.
I'd say not. He will from people, but yeah, not the media.
Okay.
Double Cola celebrates 100 years.
Have you ever drunk a double cola?
I've heard of it. I'll just leave it at that. I can't remember.
In 1922, Charles Little and Joe Foster celebrated by establishing Good Grape Company. They had made a grape soda. And so they published. They made it public in 1922, exactly 100 years ago. In 24, that company changed their name to Seminole Flavor Company. They had come up with a soda called Marvel Cola. Then in 33, they changed that formula and they put it in 12-ounce bottles, which was twice as much as the leading cola on the market at the time. So they called it Double Cola.
Oh, that's...
Twice as much.
That
So
makes
they
sense
they have
then.
been in business in Chattanooga for 100 years.
Whoa.
Can you believe that?
No.
100 years
And Chattanooga.
in Chattanooga. Wedding folklore. This has to do with getting married.
Is it like sayings and stuff like that?
Yes.
Superstitions, folks. Superstitions.
Happy is the bride that the sun shines on. Blessed is the corpse that the rain rains on. Snow on your wedding day is a sign of fertility and prosperity.
Oh, right.
On your wedding day. Wear gold earrings on your wedding day to ensure wedded bliss.
Really?
You'll have a
You have a lot,
you'll have
yeah.
An engagement ring purchased on Tuesday will guarantee a marriage filled with peace and contentment.
Mm-hmm. I like that one.
Listen to this last one. If a young girl receives a wedding proposal and cannot decide whether to marry the man or not,
Uh-huh.
she is sometimes advised to leave it to the cat. And what she does, she plucks 3 hairs out of the tail of the cat. She wraps them up in white paper. She puts them under the stoop of the house and she leaves it overnight. She next takes the paper out, and if those 3 hairs have an N, she used to say no to that man. If it has the Y, she used to say yes.
You gotta be kidding.
Wedding superstition.
Boy, that's a big time superstition there.
This is worth noting, and we'll get to jokes. The Bible contains 31,103 verses. That's how many verses are in 39 books in the Old Testament and 27 books in the New Testament, giving us a total of 66 books in one book.
Wow.
You can read the Bible in 93 hours. 93 hours.
Wow. I did not know that.
Well, now you just learned it.
I just learned something else.
All right. Now then,
There's some jokes.
I got some jokes.
Yeah.
Emily brought this to me the other day.
Okay. I saw the front for a brief second.
All right. Winding his way through the office cubicles.
These are at work jokes?
These are at work.
Okay.
My son Mike spotted one of his employees playing a video game on the computer. Why aren't you working? Mike asked him. I didn't see you coming.
He's honest. He's honest.
They say an honest confession is good for the soul. He told the truth. I wonder if he kept his job.
Yeah, I know.
Now listen to this one. What starting salary are you thinking about? The head of human resources asked the newly graduated engineer at the end of a job interview. What salary do you think you deserve? And so the guy says, and going for the jugular vein, he says, well, sir, I was thinking about $125,000 depending on the benefits package. And the director says, okay, how about 5 weeks vacation is your benefit package, 14 paid holidays, full medical and dental insurance, 100% company match for your 401k, and a Porsche for your company car. The engineer gasped and said, "Wow, are you kidding?" He said, "Yeah, but you started it."
That's pretty good. That's a great comeback.
Yeah, I'm kidding, but you started it.
He
125,000.
sure did.
This
What a bold
my
request.
husband uses scraps of wood called shorts for carving. In a
Okay.
lumber store, he saw some lovely looking pieces in a bin behind the counter.
Right.
But he had a lot of explaining to do when he asked the clerk, "Do you mind if I come around and poke through your shorts?"
Yeah, I wonder what her response was to that. Probably not too good.
Spotting one of his customers wandering through the aisles of his specialty food shop, my boss approached. "We're having a sale on tongue," he said. "Would you like some?" "Ew," shuddered the woman. "I would never eat anything from an animal's mouth." He said, "Well, would you like to buy some hen eggs?" We eat eggs every morning.
Exactly.
I used to eat 2 eggs every morning for breakfast.
I like
I
eggs.
bought a dozen and a half eggs the other day. I paid $5.15 for a dozen and a half eggs. I'm eating one of each morning. Watching a TV show on couples prompted me to ask my wife. We've been married 60 years.
Okay.
"If you had to do over again, would you marry me?" "You've asked me that before," she said. "What'd you reply?" "I don't understand." "I don't remember." A man told his wife, "Honey, I have good news and bad news." "What is it?" she said. "First, I think I'm losing my voice."
Okay.
So the wife said, "What's the bad news?" That would be good news that you lose your voice.
That's pretty good right there now.
That tells you what you're being married at 60 years.
Yeah.
Carolyn and I were married 60 years and 7 months and 10 days and 4 hours.
That always blows my mind. He knows the exact timeline, folks, to the T. That's amazing, though.
Well, we were on a timeline. We had to hurry up and get back home. She didn't want anybody to know we got married.
Yeah, that's true.
"For sale," read the ad in her hospital's weekly newsletter. "Sleeveless wedding gown, white, size 8, veil include. Worn once by mistake." What's the difference between an outlaw and an in-law?
Oh,
Outlaws are wanted.
that's the best one yet. That's the best one.
This took place in the Garden of Eden.
Okay.
Nobody there but Eve and Adam.
Right.
So Eve says to Adam, "Do you love me?" Adam says to Eve, "Do I have a choice?" Bless her heart.
That was real comforting, I'm sure. One more. Papa.
En route to Atlanta, my stepfather spotted some mules by the side of the road, and he said to my mother, "Are those some of your relatives?" And she said, "Yes, through marriage."
That's a good answer.
Through marriage?
She wasn't gonna claim them, was she? The best one was definitely the in-law one. The outlaws were wanted. That's good right there. Now, so I'll try to remember it next week. But somebody sent me a joke. I'll have to find it, Papa. It's really good, and they wanted me to say it on here, so I'll bring that next week.
Well,
it's
if you
definitely
can't
a funny
remember it,
one.
we can't tell it.
I know, I gotta find it, that's for sure, so we can be able to read it. But It was a good one, but I just can't remember it all. I can't remember it well enough to tell it, that's for sure.
Well,
But I will find it. I will find it. Well, I want to thank Adriana Brown, our guest today, for being here with us today. And next week, I'm not sure for sure when Emma's appearance will be, but I will find that out. As you guys know, Miss Emma Boynton is retiring, and they had a surprise ceremony for her today.
I
So,
wonder how many years she served.
oh man, a lot. I can't remember. I don't know for sure, but we'll just have to find out from her. We'll have her on here and find out, and it'll be in the next week or so.
And she was not defeated. She just chose to
Yeah, she's
quit.
retiring. She's retiring, and good for her. Good for her.
Emma has a nice appearance.
She does. She's a sweetheart. She really is, and a big fan of the show, and a sponsor of the show.
Yeah,
So,
she's one of our sponsors.
Yeah,
I'll take her
and
brownies every once in a while.
I bet she likes that too. And she's been a sponsor since day one. She's been a sponsor for, yeah, she sure has. So she'll be a guest very, very, very soon. And so we'll keep you guys updated on that.
I've noticed that here lately you've been having a lot of female guests.
Well, it's not by
They're prettier than males.
exactly. But well, folks, thanks for joining us today, and hope all you guys have a great weekend and a great week. And I was about to say that, Mike. Here's Mike Smith, folks. The jamboree is tonight. Now, since you're here, what quarters are we playing, Mike?
First and second, Bledsoe and Sequatchie Valley Junior Varsity will be playing. That's the second string.
And that's
first quarter.
at what time?
That'll be 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Gates open at 4:30.
Okay.
Costs you $8 to get in.
And it's where again?
At Sequatchie County High School. And the second quarter will be Bledsoe versus Ray County. That's probably our first ever meeting between these two teams.
What the crap?
Yeah. Anyway, second quarter. Third quarter. Now the other teams are Grundy County, Sequatchie County,
Okay, that makes
Warren
sense.
County, Ray County, and Whitwell. That's the other teams. That's the other teams.
We'll talk off camera. This is crazy. This is crazy. I don't understand the Warren County and Ray County, but anyway.
I don't understand why South Pittsburgh, Marion County decides to go to Chattanooga, but then again, I don't. Nothing has to see them anymore.
That is crazy to me. That's crazy.
I was listening to you on the way here. Yeah, I actually got a car with a radio that works, and listen to you guys. And you're talking about the Heisman Trophy winners. There is one school which got snake bit in Heisman in the trophy. That's Tennessee, 0 for 4. Hank Laricella, Johnny Majors, Heath Schuler, and Peyton Manning. Those are the 4.
Yeah.
Who got snake bit. With Johnny Majors and Peyton Manning, you can make the case.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, and when Peyton didn't make it, it was a defensive back that got it.
I
He was a
know.
defensive back. He was a
And
two-way
is
player.
a
He
good
was a two-way player,
but still.
really. But he wasn't even in his top 50 in his position. And
that was, I don't know. I think that was just a hate campaign on Peyton, to be honest.
that was ESPN doing that.
I believe that too.
To them, and I still believe that to be true today.
There's no way it's not. There's no way.
That's why I always sort of advocated for a split, Heisman for the defensive, Heisman for the offensive player.
Yeah, that's what they should do.
It that way. That's the way it is. But, Southern teams up to about the 1940s never got the Heisman. I think it was Sinkwich was the first from Georgia to get it
That is weird.
in 1942, and that sort of thing.
That is weird.
Frankie Singles.
You can listen to the Jamboree also here on WUAT, folks. Kickoff is at 6
And we'll have
o'clock.
pregame probably about 5:40. So we'll
Okay.
discuss a little what's going to happen.
Yeah,
here tonight.
we'll do that. So
That's
you can tune in, folks, at 5:40. Mike and Brad will
If you
have
have
a call
nothing
if you
better
don't
to do
make
other
it
than that,
down there.
Other than that.
Right. So anyway, we'll see you folks next time for another edition of the Albert and Billy Show. So long, folks.
See you later.
Hey folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks, everybody, for watching.